guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video there we go. Today's video is going to be sharing my top 10 moments of high school. So I graduated a little over a month ago. Yes, over a month ago. So I thought now would be the perfect time to share this, which will also mean this will be my last high school video. So it's kind of strange, but also amazing because now I'm going off to college in less than a month and a half. So that is that. So here we go. Top 10 moments of high school. Okay, so I'm going to start with number 10 and work my way up. So number 10 is starting high school, which was back in 2017, which seems like forever ago. But fun fact, I started freshman year 2 weeks late because of Hurricane Harvey, and I also started senior year 2 weeks late because of COVID. So I was like, you started late, you're gonna end 2 weeks late. And I remember thinking, I had freshman band camp, we had our showcase on a Thursday, and they were like, well, hopefully we'll see you on Monday, but we don't know what the hurricane's gonna do. And little did we know it'd be 2 weeks later before we all saw each other again. So that's number 10. Number 9 is homecoming 2019, which was my junior year. And what makes this memorable is also, it was the dance. It was the last homecoming dance that I would ever go to in high school. I also went with my sister that year, so it was so much fun to not have to worry about keeping up with a boy or anything like that. I had my sister and my group of friends, and we did it. Future reference, unless you're exclusively dating somebody, go with girls. Go with your girlfriends. Go with your sister, because it makes it so much fun. I just remember living the night up and having so much fun. Okay, so number 8 is getting into Lamar. And the little story behind Lamar, if you haven't already heard or haven't told it, I don't entirely remember. I got my acceptance letter by email at 6 a.m. in the morning, and I remember opening it and flipping out. It was super early in the morning, and my sister was like, "What is wrong? What is wrong?" And I was just so excited. Like, I knew I was gonna get in, but it also was like, this officially confirmed it. And so then that evening, I printed out my acceptance letter. I put it in a frame, and I stuck it on in the dining room, and I didn't say anything. Like, I waited until somebody noticed that it was over there. The only person I told was my sister. And we just waited until somebody noticed. And then we waited about a week after that before we posted it on any social media or told anybody else besides people that live in my house when I got my official acceptance letter in the mail. So number 7, which you wouldn't think it would be number 7, but I loved other things better in high school, was graduating high school. I graduated in the top 22% of my class, which may not seem like a big deal, but for me it was. I worked my butt off getting there. I also graduated with 36 college credit hours, so I was extremely proud of myself. It was so amazing just for them to finally hand me that diploma, and now I'm just living the days when I get to start college and am no longer a high school student. But graduating and them handing me that and stopping and smiling for that photo seemed like I was on top of the world. Number 6 was freshman year's band trip. That year, we went to Dallas. And that was the first trip I had gone on with, like, friends, but, like, close friends that I hadn't known forever, that I had just only known for, like, 6 months. But that trip was the best bonding experience ever. On that trip, we got to go do Medieval Times show. We got to go to an indoor water park. We got to tour the Dallas Cowboys stadiums. I have a video of it on this channel. That was one of the videos, I think that was one of the very few first vlogs. So that trip just was amazing overall. Oh, we went to Six Flags too. That was also my first time at Six Flags. It was just amazing. So yes, number 6 goes to freshman year band trip. Number 5, so halfway through, was making Sophomore of the Week, my sophomore year in band, obviously, but also my section prop crew making section of the week, which I was head prop captain. So it was just amazing. Like, I had won, like, all around, and I just felt on top of the world. And I remember just being in awe when they called my name. It was crazy. But getting recognized by the leaders in the band and the band directors, that not only I had done good as a sophomore and been a great leader, but also that this team that we had worked so hard for and been put through so much was getting recognized for all of our hard work. Number 4 is the FCCLA competition. My junior year, I had prepared so much for that, had done so many trial runs, literally had so many nerves in my body, but I got in that room, and I remember when they found out what I got, I was missing the stuff for my thing, so I had to wing it on the spot. And I just remember when I walked in that room to do my competition, that, like, this all came over me, and I suddenly just didn't have to think about what I was doing. I just did. It was so amazing. I ended up getting second place at that competition and did advance to state, did qualify to letter, so that's how I got my Letterman jacket. Sadly, COVID did not let us go to state, but they did still do, like, electronic virtual state based on our scores, and I made 5th overall in the state, and I was the only first year to place in the top 5. So I thought it was just amazing. Even though I didn't get to experience everything, I truly got so much out of it. Number 3, like, it's so hard to think that I'm in my top 3 moments of high school. And matter of fact, 2 of them are from my sophomore year, both band related. But number 3 is the band making state. That was the first year ever that JC Village had made state, and so far, as of 2021, band has yet to make state again. That was also the year that I was prop captain, so it also made a big difference. I was also, when we found out we made state, the competition that we found out we made state at, I broke my foot right before we went on for finals to find out if we made state or not, and I still went out there and did it. But it was also the most thing, like, I knew that I was a part of this team and that I was going to go and put my best foot forward, even broken. But making state was the greatest thing. It ended up happening, and we got to turn it into a whole little trip. We went to San Antonio. We went to the mall in San Antonio that is 4 stories. I don't know if you've ever been in there, but it's something that I want to go back again when I'm not on a time limit like I was for band. But it was just the best thing ever. Performing on a field that big in a arena that big was just amazing. Like, that showed not just myself, but everyone in that band that we can achieve big things. So making band is number 3. Number 2. Wow. Number 2. And it may seem silly to some people, but it was honestly one of the best moments of high school, was going to Disney World. Not even related to school, but band trip. My sophomore year was going to Disney World. We drove it 16 hours. A charter bus, and that bus ride was rough. But when we got there, it was well worth it. I still can tell you many, many memories from it. It was the best thing ever. Just getting to experience it with my friends and doing all of this stuff, whether I was 100% enjoying everything, like doing what I want to do, I was still enjoying it. It is a trip / place that I want to hopefully go back to soon. But that place is expensive, so we will have to wait and see. But that is the number 2. If you haven't been to Disney World, you need to go, because it will also be your top 10 moments of your life / for me right now, high school. And my top moment of high school happened senior year, which you wouldn't think a lot of good could come out of senior year, because we were literally dealt the worst cards ever. People that say that class of 2020 had it worse, had it hard, not whatsoever. 2021 literally had it truly the worst ever, and I'm so grateful for the class of 2022 that we'll get to hopefully experience way more than we did, way more than 2020 did. But through it all, we did get to still have some good moments, and that is why it is my top moment from high school. It is Mr. Falcon, and I just uploaded a video of that about 3 months ago. So if you haven't seen that video, I talk way more about it in that one, but it's basically the male beauty pageant for the senior class. I was in it as one of the escorts / contestants pairing. My partner made first place. I made best eyes, but it was also just the experience that you can never get anywhere else besides that group of people. This group of people, all 12 of us that literally stayed through the very end and committed to performing this show that was going to be a hot mess because of COVID, ended up turning out the greatest thing ever. So Mr. Falcon was my top moment of my senior year. So those are the top 10 moments / events of my high school experience. High school was honestly amazing, and as sad as I am to close that chapter of my life and my story, my next chapter will be opening in less than a month and a half when I go off to college. And by Julie, I can't even think of the word, but I'm going to embrace it to the fullest, and my goal is to share every moment of it with my YouTube channel, not only for you guys, but also for me, so that I can look back and say, oh my goodness, this was amazing too. So that's it for this video, guys. I will see you in my next video, which at this point, who knows what it's gonna be. So bye, guys.